What's up, guys? Welcome back. Amazing RC. It's your boy Brian, and today I got a bunch of bang goodies to bring to you guys. We're gonna test some things. We're gonna show some things off. We're gonna get some initial idea of how I think these three items are, and I'll tell you right now, I'm very impressed with what I see so far. Some things a little less than others, but for the price, you almost can't beat any one of these items. So the very first item up is going to be this pair of antennas. Now, they are actually sold separately, so you would buy one antenna or the other, but because I wanted to kind of test them both out, I picked both up at the same time. Now, these antennas go for just under $3 a piece, and for that alone, they're great. Now, I do find a drawback to the smaller antenna as opposed to the longer antenna. The smaller antenna is very short, so there isn't much spring to it. You know, it doesn't really have much play. Also, the little spring area is kind of in the center of it. It's not at the bottom. If it was at the bottom and maybe there was a little bit of a weight at the top, maybe it would kind of swing back and forth a little bit. Now, with that said, there are applications for it. I mean, you know, back here it does look very good. Up front, it's just short enough to where it looks, you know, really good. They both come with a little screw. You just pop a hole in your Lexan or your bumper or whatever and just screw her on tight and you're good to go. Now, on the longer one, I'm a bit more impressed with the longer one because the spring is a little lower, as I was stating that this one was not. There's a good weight at the top, so even me just sitting here, you can see that it's, you know, got some really good movement to it. I'm sure fixed to your bumper, you know, as you can see here, it's well above the, you know, the roof of the truck here, so you're going to get a lot of play out of this. So the next thing we would do is I'm going to pop a hole in, you know, the bumper and, you know, get this screwed in. We'll take it out and really thrash around and see, as far as quality, how it holds up. Again, it's less than $3. Me personally, I'd pick up the long one. If you can stand having the longer one on your vehicle, if it fits what you're going for, I would take the long one just because it has a lot more play in it. More play means that if you roll it over, this has a little bit better of a chance of surviving. This one, I just have a really weird feeling. If I roll a truck over, a good 8, 9, 10 pound truck over on this, it's going to fold it in half. So we're going to get these out on the road later. We're going to test them out, and I'll let you guys know how they hold up as well. But to be honest, less than $3, I already am sold on the longer of the two. So that's my pick overall. Next up, I picked up this great servo. This is a 25 kilogram servo, and I paid for this $11.50. And I tell you, for $11.50, I'll test just about anything. What really drew me to this one, first of all, the reviews on it are really, really good, and there's a lot of them. A lot of people picked up this servo, and everybody loves it. But it comes with an aluminum servo horn, one that you actually bolt down to the servo. The gear that's on here that the servo horn attaches to is also metal, so it's a very, very substantial servo. It's quite heavy. We're definitely going to put this to the test. It's not a high output servo. You don't have to throw, you know, 8, 9, 10 volts at this thing. This runs on normal power. I think it's between 4.8 volts to, you know, 6 and change. So this is a regular voltage servo. This servo actually has a very important job to do. This servo is going in this truck right here. This is the Red Cat Gen 7 Pro. This is the truck. As you can see, it's starting to look like a truck again. This one is actually going to my boss, Rick, of Rick's RV. So this servo going in this truck. So it's going to be his very first rock crawler. We got a complete novice that's going to have this in the, you know, under the control. And if this is going to have to hold up to any type of abuse, it's going to be this guy. And that brings us up to our third item, which is this killer light bar that I picked up for just over $11. Now, I picked up another light bar, I don't know, a while back. It was a KC light bar. Now, granted, the KC light bar, first of all, name brand. Number two, super diesel. I still have it on something around here. But it really, really, really high-end light bar. It was very substantial, super, super heavy. Had really nice, mounting brackets. I've had it for forever. But I paid like $40 for it. This $11. Now, as far as fit and finish, as you can hear, there's a little bit of a shake here, and it's the plastic guard on the front, which protects the LEDs. It's, not exactly the right length, so it's got a little bit of, other than that, this is a really nice light bar. So it says super bright, we'll put that to the test. So I got, this little setup here, so I can at least plug it in and show you that not only does it work, it works well. I'm really impressed at how this light bar shows itself. At metal housing, the entire housing is metal, of course, as it should be. Not only that, it does come with mounting hardware. Good, substantial mounting hardware. I would say more substantial than the KC light bar that I had previously. Very heavy mounting hardware. One thing I will say though, this over the other KC, this is a large light bar. Here's my Komodo right here. This would not fit the Komodo. Okay, here's my Komodo. Here's the light bar. It is very large, like 6 inches large, or 150 millimeters or so. But if you've got a purpose for a good, solid, large light bar, $11. For me, besides the really killer super heavy servo, only because we have not tested that yet and we've actually got power through this, so far out of the three, this is my super buy of the day. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and order a couple more of these. I will say this, just to tell you how popular this servo is, I believe that it's actually sold out right now on banggood.com. You have to pre-order the next round. Now that may change very soon, but I went back on today to buy another one because I was so happy with it. Before I even put power to it, I wanted to buy 2 more, and I wasn't able to. So we're going to get all of these products, put on some of these RC cars, and we're going to start testing them out, guys. Also, you know that we're building this killer truck for Gary, and one of the things I wanted to show you, for the people that saw my last video, one of the things that we were talking about was the drive shaft of the old stock motor having these really cool flat dugouts on it. Well, I did go ahead and destroy the old stock motor to get this drive shaft out. I did also order the brand new metal drive shaft specifically for this truck. I do have the stock ones. We're going to go ahead and try to put the stock ones on first just to kind of see how it works, but we do have a set of metal drive shafts on the way. So we're steamrolling ahead on this build. We've got a ton of stuff coming to you guys. Super, super jacked at all the stuff I got from Banggood. We'll have links to the end of the video to all of those products. We also have a ton more coming. So stay tuned, guys. Until the very next video, it's Brian, Amazing RC, and we'll get you guys another really cool video very, very soon.